The first civil lawsuit filed against Senator Pedro Espada by Attorney General Andrew Cuomo seeks, among other things, to remove Soundviews' entire board, which Mr. Cuomo said was stacked with Espada family members and friends who rubber-stamped millions of dollars worth of inappropriate contracts and expenditures. Let's review those charges. Who exactly is involved in these investigations, and what is their relationship to Pedro Espada? But before we get into that, let's review the last of the charges against the senator. They relate to the Estate Powers and Trust Law. That says an organization, quote, shall not be qualified to make application for funds or grants or to receive such funds from any department or agency of the state without certifying compliance with all applicable registration and filing requirements. The law also states, Powers and Trust Law, relating to personal gain, that Soundview paid approximately $80,000 in restaurant bills for 650 separate meals for Espada or his supporters. This includes more than 200 meals, as Roberto Perez reminded us, totaling more than $20,000 from two sushi restaurants that regularly received orders from Espada's wife and delivered to the Espada home in Mamaroneck. The accusations against Espada will continue here. I'm sorry, that Soundview routinely pays for political campaign expenses put on Espada's American Express card, a practice that continues allegedly to this day, as of the day of the filing of the complaint. And in the months prior to the 2008 primary for New York State Senate, Espada amassed tens of thousands of dollars in credit card charges. Most were campaign expenses. Taking those as a group, gentlemen, what do you respond? How do you see them? Justin, you want to start?
Jason. I think it's obviously morally apprehensible, quite honestly, to be having taxpayer money used to deliver food to your house. That's horrible. These other allegations, it's just an abuse, quite honestly, and he's manipulated his clinic in order to take these funds, and it's wrong.
Well, of course, they haven't been proven yet, but I mean, the tenor of the accusations seems so systematic. They seem like this was a playground and this was just a treasury there to be looted and used for whatever purposes, no matter how outlandish.
Well, the paper trail, I mean, that is kind of revealed through the complaint tells us that there were gross improprieties. There are gross improprieties alleged. Of course, yeah, these things have to be proven. But this is a very specific, detailed complaint. But what we're talking about now is not even the improprieties, but the appearance, a total disregard for the appearance of impropriety.
At the minimum, a conflict of interest there.
And a total disregard for how it looks to anyone.
Roberto.
I also want to add that this is not the first run-in that State Senator Espada has had with the law. He was cleared in the past of charges where it adds to the drama that the citizens of the Bronx and the citizens of the state have to go through, where he wore a wire to a meeting with the former county chair Roberto Ramirez, and it's just a long, and with State Senator David Rosado, so it's a long drama. He was clear. We have to add that he was clear.
And he makes that clear, that he was clear. But three employees
were found guilty of improprieties. So State Senator Espada has a long history of drama, if you want to use that word.
If I could add, those three employees are alleged in this complaint to be members of the board, having received former members of the board, having received severance packages, having been given loans by this corporation.
And in that past situation, he also claimed that it was a political attack for the district attorney, and he alleges that these people said, well, if you don't run against me, or if you don't do this, then I won't come after you with this, and that's where the wire comes in and the whole thing.
So, I think the senator certainly has supporters in Bronx County, but it's important to note this complaint was filed in the county of New York, and if federal charges are brought, they're going to be brought in the Southern District of New York.
And that jury pool is a lot wider than the Bronx.
It
goes all the way up to Rockland, I believe.
That's right. It's a totally different jury pool. We're talking about government funds being misappropriated, being stolen, and that does not cut well in this day and age. We're talking about taxpayer money.